green light is on at the end of the pit lane. And qualifying for the third weekend of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship is underway. And away we go out onto the circuit then. The cars will go out to get 30 minutes of running as well for all 28 cars venturing out. The fastest circuit in Britain. It's time now for qualifying to begin for round number 7. So first times on the board then. Hill goes top, 1:16.349. Morgan, Gamble, Turkington, Jelly, Moffat, Parfit as well up there. And I'm trying to think, it's Patterson who's in 8th position at the moment as well on the timing screens as well. So they're all getting in quite clear. But the fastest circuit, and that's Church. Flat out now down the back straight away. Looks good to me and looks quite competitive here to get some action done. Aidan Moffat has had a spin at the exit of the last corner, so through the chicane, and he's lost his lap time now. Dan Rowbottom looking quick up there. Ingram jumps to 4th, and then Butcher jumps to 8th. Collard to 15th. Now down to 16th. Crease goes through, and that is Moffat doing a nice 360 out of the last corner, and continuing again. Left rear was on the grass, it just spun him round again, but thumbs up. Nice good run there. Nice, smooth, consistent run, but look at that. Sutton top. 1:15.526, 13 thousandths of a second off is Rowbottom in second place. Big one there, big thumbs up. Cook to 7th, 7/10 off the pace. Puncture, left rear puncture for Aidan Moffat then at Church. So I hope they don't have to throw the red flag, but with 20 minutes, 20 seconds to go as well. He's got to get in. There's yellows now out on the track, local yellows though, no sign of the full out here on the track at the moment. But let's hope he can get back to the pit lane safely. Sutton top from Rowbottom at the moment, 1-2. Plato, Ingram, Jelly, top 5 here at Thruxton. Jake Hill goes to the top then, a 1:15.387, a remarkable time there on the board. Sutton's got a fastest middle sector though as well, so we'll keep an eye out on what he can do. Look at Ash Sutton, there we go, across the line, 0.139, the difference between them as well, across it. To 15.4. He improves on time, not position. 0.093. Separate Sutton and Hill at the moment at the top of the boards. So 10 minutes to go. Hill, Sutton, Rowbottom, the top 3 as things currently stand. Half the field back in the pit lane, just getting some new tyres on. Looks like it's the hardest compound we've got, because only the hard tyres are out here at Thruxton with the abrasive track surface and being the fastest circuit in Britain. So 10 minutes to go this session, and we're going to hopefully see the times come down a little bit more. I'm expecting around about a 1:14.9 to be the overall pole time here. Dan Rowbottom using all of the hybrid he has across the line. It's still no improvement. Stays P3, 4/10 off the pace. The track looks to have got so slow now compared to what we saw earlier on. And it's really disappointing out there. Come on, guys. Let's get some pace and whack up there. And Osborne comes out the last corner and whacks the back of Dan Rowbottom as well. Little bit of contact, no damage, I think, just cosmetic maybe on Osborne's, but blimey, such a whack, and actually there is big contact damage. So through the corner then, Rowbottom going slow and whack. So cosmetic damage on the front left side of Osborne's car as well. And Rowbottom might get a grid penalty for that because he was going so slow through the chicane and it's not allowed. Sutton, though, fastest in the second sector, could go faster. Here's Ash Sutton. He's backed out of it. Sutton's backed out of the lap. So he was going fast in that middle sector, but he's backed out of it after having traffic at the back half. Oh, and there's a debris of that of the Subaru just in the middle of the track. And Camish goes third with 50 seconds left. 81 thousandths of a second off the time of Cook. So they are still finding time. They are still finding the pace, which is just unbelievable to even think of it. Cook, Hill, Camish, Turkin, Sutton, the top 5 as things stand. Checkered flag is out. Everybody looks like they've done a lap time. It is Josh Cook who has taken pole position for round 7 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Hill second, Camish third, Turkington fourth, and Sutton rounds out the top 5. Nobody else improving on their lap times. A good, strong qualifying here on all 3 sectors. It was Cook in Sector 1, Sutton Sector 2, Camish Sector 3 with the fastest times. but it is Josh Cook with a 1:15.310 who takes the advantage. The top 16 separated by less than a second, and the top 3 separated by less than a tenth. That's just insane. Cook, though, has pole position for the race here at Thruxton. Race 1 tomorrow. It's going to look fun. Hello everybody, welcome to round 7 of the Quit Fit British Touring Car Championship in 2022. We're here at Thruxton as well, and he'll be at Thruxton at the second event we race here, but right now he's joining me in the commentary box. JoshPlayz alongside me. Morning Josh, we just before we came in here, we were talking about Jason Plato. You've got some news about him, you were going to say?
Yeah, Jason Plato, let me just grab it on here, was meant to be flying on a British Airways flight yesterday, but it got cancelled, so he is racing this weekend.
That's fantastic news then. If I didn't know about that. But
I don't know if he was like, I don't know what's happening, because all I saw was the tweet, and it's like that was 15 hours ago, which was yesterday. So I don't know if he was in qualifying or not today. Yesterday.
Jason Plato starts this race in 7th, so I presume he was in qualifying yesterday. That
makes no sense then.
Makes no sense as to why he was supposed to be on a flight late last night then. Maybe he was not racing this weekend but decided at the last minute. We'll keep an eye on that, but it's still very weird. Louise Goodman is down there, I think, with Ash Sutton. Let's have a word.
The tarmac, it's so abrasive. It takes the life out of the tyres twice as quick. So we're on the hard tyre like you touched on, but yeah, it still hurts that.
Hey, have fun out there. Right, I'm going to get a bit of a jog on now, and we're going to go and have a word with Josh Cook, our pole sitter, the man who just has such an amazing record here at Thruxton. 7 wins here so far. In fact, win number 8, and I'm not going to say this to him because I don't want to do the reporter's jinx, but win number 8 would be make him the most successful driver ever here at Thruxton in the British Touring Car Championship.
So that Lou's mic's a bit damaged.
A good day yesterday, but it was that all-important last bonsai lap that did it, wasn't it?
Yeah, yesterday was good. We saved a couple of tyres earlier in the day, just a pair of fronts, which normally we fit 4 to the car, but saved just a pair of fronts for that final run. And it paid off. The car before then, we struggled with a little bit of understeer. That's where the steering doesn't quite turn in as sharply as we needed it to. And just that little run at the end, paired with a setup change, just the car came alive. So it was back to what we know. So glad that we had that in our back pocket if we needed it.
Like you say, it's not something that you would ordinarily do here at Thruxton. If you're swapping tyres, you swap all 4 tyres. So what impact did it have on the car?
Well, through the slow speed stuff, it just made it a little bit more nimble, but you can imagine we effectively gripped the front of the car up as you head out to the high speed section on the back, so it's really quite hanging on to it, a lot of opposite lock, a lot of sliding around, and it's going to be very much a repeat of that on the first couple of laps of this race.
Okay, well, we look forward to that then. It's going to be interesting.
It really is as well. And Josh, race 1 we are covering live, race 2 and race 3 we are covering delayed. Due to the Indy 500 and Monaco Grand Prix. So are you ready? It's going to be a good one as there's ITV, look, back in their garden shed instead of the normal commentary box. Are you looking forward to this race? And it's going to be hopefully a cracker. Thruxton always delivers great racing.
Yeah, Thruxton always does deliver great racing. I think it is going to be a thriller. You've got that incredibly fast section out the back of the circuit, and then you've got the 2 complexes, the end of and at the beginning of the lap, so it is a really complex and technical circuit at space at times, but then it's a really fast, and as the 30-second board gets displayed and the grid gets cleared.
Yeah. And amazingly, we're actually going to start British Touring Car session bang on time. That is the first time I've ever known that happen. It'll be 11:40 when the parade lap starts, and all looking good to get going. So after the internet going off earlier on during the Monaco feature, and we just got back on time with that, looks like we're going to have an interesting session today. There's Tom Chilton, Bristol Street Motors cars as well out there as well. Got his glasses on, looking very mean and ready. Away we go on the parade lap then. And it's time as ever to whiz through 29 Quit Fit British Touring cars and to get going again. Here's the grid for round 7 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Josh Cook on pole position as well. Alongside him on the front row is Jay Kill. Row 2 sees Dan Camish alongside Colin Turkington. Row 3, Ash Sutton and Dan Rowbottom. Row 4, Jason Plato alongside Tom Ingram. Row 5 is Gordon Shedden alongside Stephen Jelly as well. Row 6, Ash Hand is alongside Adam Morgan. Row 7, Daniel Lloyd alongside the returning Bobby Thompson. Nice to see him back as well after his crash at Croft a couple of years ago. Row 8, Rory Butcher and George Gamble. Row 9, Aidan Moffat and Tom Chilton. Row 10 sees Michael Crees alongside Aaron Taylor-Smith. Row 11, Jade Edwards is alongside Sam Osborne. Row 12, Ricky Collard alongside Ollie Jackson. Row 13, Nick Hamilton alongside Dexter Patterson. Row 14, Jack Butel alongside Rick Parfit. And row 15 sees Will Powell start last on the grid. Great to see Bobby Thompson back. Here's the hybrid available laps as well. Cook can use the hybrid for 7 laps. Hill for 9. Camish can use it for the whole race. Turkington 9. Sutton 8. Ingram 6. Shedden 11. Morgan 13. Lloyd 15. Butcher 12, Gamble is on 14, and everybody else can use the hybrid power on all 16 laps. If the hybrid is activated, it will flash blue, and we'll get told as well. And if it is out of power as well, unavailable for the rest of the lap, it'll have the lightning bar through it. And if it is a red box with a circle and dash through it as well, that's unavailable for the rest of the session. Hello to Eddie, who's in the group chat as well. And Josh, we're getting ready for what's going to be interesting. I think we're going to hear from Tom Chilton maybe on the Bristol Street Motors. Just waiting to hear.
Yeah, we've got the very interesting helmet from Josh Cook.
Yes, it is. Is it his face sideways on, or is it Collins?
It is.
I thought it was Collins for a second. Let's hear from Tom.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely going to be busy. I'm right in the mix of it. Just how I like it. I do this because I love the racing, as you know.
And this is a circuit that you like, but there's never been that kind to you. That needs to be addressed this weekend, surely.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely need to be moving forward here. It's actually the circuit I learned how to drive when I was 13 years old in a Lotus Elise round here. So I know it very well, and I want to try and maximise as much as I can this race.
And where are the best places around here to be using that hybrid power? Because it's so fast anyway.
Do you know what? The hybrid is a lot of fun to use when you're balancing the car on the button on the limit through Seagrave out the complex. If I've got a bit of oversteer and I'm on full throttle, I actually use the hybrid to pull the front round. I actually enjoy it, mate. I enjoy it.
Have a good race, Tom.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks.
Tom Chilton there looking directly at the camera and talking round like it's a Top Gear hot lap. I mean, that's just fantastic. I've never seen that before. Tom, the ultimate professional. And yes, he's also a TV presenter, of course, and that's what I like to see. Also, bit of news for you. Back at this event, and this event only, for the touring cars this year, flags will be displayed around the circuit as well as the LED boards. That's because Thruxton is the fastest circuit in Britain, and the light panels were difficult to see, according to the drivers. The flags are back as well. The big yellows might be on the board. Okay, then. All eyes to the lights. Josh Cook on pole position. He's on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side is Jake Hill before the run down towards turn number 1 at Allards as well. Then into Campbell, Cobb, Seagrave, Noble, Goodwood, Village, Church, the fastest corner up Woodham Hill, and the final club chicane as well. Green flag
at the back.
Here we go. Round 7 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. 2.3 miles at Thruxton. Race 1 is under starters orders. It's lights out at Thruxton. It's a poor start from the getaway for Josh Cook. Jake Hill's going to get away and pulls round the outside and takes the lead into Allards. A lot of front wheel spin there from the pole sitter at Cook. So Hill in that rocket, MB Motorsport rocket into the lead. And now already Cook's trying to go around the outside as we break into Campbell Cobb. Cook retakes the lead with a brilliant move at the outside line. So it was advantage at the start to Hill. Advantage at turn 2 goes the way again of Cook, as again that was Sutton getting in a bang with one of the BMWs as well of Colin Turkington. Camish involved side by side. Camish gets hit and Camish goes round and off into the infield. He got tagged by the back, I think, of Dan Rowbottom. Josh, big one there.
That was a big one. That could have ended really badly. Could have flipped over some door button there. Ingram and Taylor Smith there as Camis drops down. And if I could see through buildings and see through trees, if I look that way, half an hour drive is actually the Thruxton circuit. There's a big dust of cloud.
Yeah, no one's off the track as far as I can see, so we'll keep an eye on that. But what a brilliant start, as well as that was Stephen Jelly getting a little bit tail happy there as well. He's battling with Dan Lloyd, and again on the inside line now. Morgan's up there as well. Butcher goes to 8th. Lloyd now goes to 8th. Morgan gets pushed round. Jelly gets the tap on the back there of Dan Lloyd. Lloyd nearly went round. Jelly's going to be under pressure. Morgan's got the inside line. Rory Butcher trying to look around the outside into Campbell and Cobb. Jelly's well, actually, he is like the sandwich of a filling. How American with the jelly in between, because he's got two cars side by side alongside, and they're pushing him through that chicane. And now here comes Bobby Thompson back after his accident at Croft 2 years ago, which resulted in a brain injury as well. He's back racing, and he's getting right stuck in as well, as he nearly has another accident hitting with Butcher at Goodwood.
Yeah, that ass hand. And Camis is in the pit lane for a tyre change. I believe it's only hards for Thruxton and Silverstone.
Yes.
Because of the abrasive service. Here we go through the fast section of the track round the back village church. Round there, on board with ass hand. And here's a move. Rowbottom on Shedden.
Yeah, on the inside of Plato. So Plato's dropped back as well. And that was Shedden actually getting up to 6th position. Plato's down to 7th place. Netherfield go through the club chicane, all getting spread out a little bit too much. Big slide there from Michael Crees, I think it was. Butcher to 11th. Ingram's in the pit lane, according to that monitor. Now, who is in the pits? Jade Edwards, Ollie Jackson, and Tom Ingram all into the pit lane, according to the driver tracker. So Jade Edwards with a great qualifying result, nullified now with a poor getaway, with a poor start to this race here. With 3 of 16. There's Ingram. Damage on the front of the car. They push him back. He hasn't lost a lot of time. I think he's gone through the grass and they had to get out the radiator ducts. We see that often here, don't we, at Thruxton?
We saw a lot of dust being kicked up going into the second complex, the Club Chicane. Rowbottom with the fastest lap, a 1:16.4 dead.
That's a nice time as well. We were seeing those times around about qualifying, 1:15.310. So they're carrying a lot of race fuel at the moment. So hopefully that'll decrease as the race goes on. Fast 7 race time here. I wish I could tell you, but I haven't got it on the stat at the moment. As it comes through, it was beaten last year there in the second round during the summer. We come here in the spring, then we come here late summer as well, towards the end of the championship after the summer break. I think the next one is end of August, maybe start of September? End of August, yeah. When we come here as well. Josh will be trackside for that one. As well, hopefully, yeah. Everything's hopeful these days. In the age of COVID still around as well, it's difficult to know where we can get and where we can't. And Jade Edwards, that's her slowing out of the pit lane as well. So I don't think she's just getting out of the way of everybody else, just not being involved really. That's sad for Jade Edwards in the Rocket Energy Adrian Flux car as well in the Hondas. As we go back down the straightaway now, Cook leads, Hill, Sutton up 2 places, same as Rowbottom, Turkington down a place as well. Lloyd has moved up 5 places, the same as Collard. Great start from the pair of them.
Indeed, a great start. And if you see me holding this box, it controls the race control messages, which you can view in the Discord.
Absolutely, getting that Discord as well, because it's all the race control messages that we don't get up here to show you. They're in the Discord, so it's like a side-by-side view. Have it on your phone as well. As they run back through, down out of Woodham Hill in towards the Club Chicane. Rowbottom's looking on the inside of Sutton at the moment for P3. Now, none of the top 4 have used their hybrid power just yet. Sutton can only use it for 8 laps, so that's half the race distance. And he's going to be a little bit under pressure here because Rowbottom's looking so much faster as they come through Allards into Campbell and Cobb. Dust getting kicked up once again here. It's incredibly dirty on this circuit, Josh, isn't it? And that's surprising considering we've had so much action here already this weekend. They've been going since Friday.
Yep, I believe there was a test on Friday for the touring cars, if I remember rightly. Here's a replay of the start from the pole sitter, Josh Cook. Good start, but Hill just gets the better of the start into turn 1, still side by side, wheel banging and a little bit of wheel lights banging there, and then Cook goes round the outside and takes the lead again going into the complex.
Nicely done as well, because that was some quick thinking. He moved across the track because he knew where he wanted to go to take the lead. He knew he could do it. So Cook making up for... It was a good start, but a lot of wheel spin, I think, in the second phase. It was just a lightning getaway then from Jake Hill. He must have timed those lights to perfection when the lights went out. As well, and they were on for a long time, and they're also very tricky to see as well. It's not sunny here at Croft at all. It's cloudy. 13.4 is the air temperature, but there is a lot of bright grey light hitting the track, so it is quite hard to see. It's still sunglasses weather, despite the fact there's no sun. That's what I'm trying to say as they come through. 126, 127 miles an hour for Stephen Jelly before he slams on the brakes into Campbell, into the right-hander, the left-hander at Cobb, and then a long right-hander at Seagrave as well to lead in towards Noble. It is going to go forward now as the race goes on. It's lap 6 of 16. These races are short, sweet, and to the point, and that's exactly how we like them as well.
Yeah, 16 laps around the Thruxton circuit on board with Stephen Jelly hunting down Lloyd. Here we go, having a look. Is that one of the car goods of Gamble, I think?
It's Morgan's, because Gamble's dropped down to 15th place and was up in 13th, so he's dropped down 2 places. He's been passed by Thompson and Chilton. Is he allowed to stand there, that photographer?
Yeah, that's right on the race. Now, that's not behind any safety barrier, so... I mean, personally, if I was at Thruxton, maybe note that down, Josh, then. If you're allowed into that part of the track, note that down. Then that would get you some great views, wasn't it? So that he's not even behind the There was a man with a camera standing in the infield, and there's no barrier protecting him. I'm surprised that's allowed. Then again, I'm sure you might know at Donington Park, just after the castle, you can walk all the way around the gravel trap area as well, but there's a massive opening to the track with no marshals and no barrier there, and literally it's a great view up into the McLeans as well. Honestly, I stood there and it was like, well, we were talking about Josh in practice 3, we're all at the exit of the tunnel in Monaco, line of photographers just at the Nouveau Chicane. It was like that at Donington. Fantastic. I was standing so close to the racetrack. It was brilliant. So definitely, if anybody's there, I suggest trying to find that part just after the castle section at Donington. As Rowbottom, as you said earlier on, Josh, still fastest lap, 116.4. The gap's now beginning to open up. Cook is closing in. He's being closed in by Hill, and Sutton has dropped back massively now. Rowbottom's now being held up as well, and Sutton hasn't used, I don't think, any of his hybrid power. Butcher's using it, Hand's using it, Thompson, Gamble, Moffat, and Taylor Smith, the 18 we can see, are using it, but it seems the top 3 not. And there goes Cook using it for the first time in this race. So Cook now using his hybrid power because Hill is right on him. And Cook's made a mistake coming out of Allard. That's why Hill has gotten so much more time on him as they come into Campbell and Cobb. Cook went wide. Very, very wide it looked like. Here we go through Seagrave, up through Noble now and round to the back of the circuit.
Through Goodwood, there's the fans lining the circuit as well. Some great atmosphere here at Thruxton as well. It's the fastest circuit in Britain. It's one of the most dangerous circuits in Britain as well. Here as well, because it is constant high speed. It's not a Silverstone. It's not even a Croft. This thing is flat out speed around the old airfield as well here as they barrage through. It's sort of become the home of the British touring cars in the past couple of years, hasn't it? With the British Touring Car Technology Centre that's just alongside here. Much like Donington is the home of Formula E, Thruxton seems to be the temple of British touring cars at the moment.
Yeah, because we've got the launch day we had at Thruxton in May, which I was there for. Incredible. I've found an awesome spot. It's up at turn 2, where there's a barrier there, but there's no
catch fencing.
There's no high catch fencing as we see on the cameras there going through the complex up at turns 3, 4 and 5, where Watson, Cook, and Hill battle, and then
Oh,
the
and-
train
yeah.
behind.
Sutton's gone wide. He's pulled out wide now, and up the inside goes Rowbottom. Look, it looked like Sutton let him through there, but now he goes side by side, and Sutton using the hybrid power. Oh, brilliant bit of gamesmanship by the champion there. Rowbottom and Sutton side by side through Noble and into Goodwood as well. Sutton stays ahead, but Sutton knew that Rowbottom would have the better exit, so he sacrificed the exit of Cobb to go wide at Seagrave, get back on the hybrid power, and just go straight line past. And now look at that. Sutton and Turkington doing it. Turkington goes through the inside of Church. My goodness. And nearly on the grass. So that's the fastest corner in Britain, nearly having a huge accident once again. As Turkington stays through. Rain clouds in the air. And now we've got a battle for the lead and a battle for the podium. This is what we like about the British Touring Car Championship. Constant action.
Yeah, here we have Hill.
Who's
Is that
that?
a timing screen glitch, or did Hill get past Cook for the time being? Turkington in 4th, currently with Sutton in 3rd.
Yeah.
Sutton using hybrid power. Rowbottom still with the fastest lap.
And Jack Butel has come into the pit lane as Ollie Jackson was in there as well. So they've dropped further back down the field as things currently stand. But a lot of action as Josh Cook at the moment holds off Jake Hill. Mark Blundell, we just saw him in the pit garage down at MB Motorsports as well. Tempted to give him a phone call and say, Mark, what's going on? How do you think you can drive and can win the race? But I don't think he would answer at the moment. But missed opportunity there to see if the phone number I've got is actually Mark Blundell. To give him a phone number and say that as well. As they come back, might have changed his number by now. It was 3-4 years ago. Then again, I haven't changed my number since 2015. Anyway, back through we go. This is Thompson breaking in the complex and nearly getting rammed up. Now, who's gone through as they're side by side? Whoa, not much close you can get there, Josh. Camera to camera, brilliant.
Yeah, camera to camera, indeed. I believe that was Chilton.
Right, yeah.
Chilton is behind Thompson. So Thompson must have gone back through 15th through 20th using hybrid. Sutton also using hybrid on the cats up to Sutton.
And Plato's got back ahead of Gordon Shedden, which is great to see. So they were not in the right position. Obviously, we know Sutton Shedden got back ahead of Plato a couple of laps ago. Now Plato's flipped it back, and here comes Morgan. On the back of Stephen Jelly, on the inside at Campbell and Cobb, and Morgan goes through, drifts it through, and the BMWs, of course, confusing me because they've changed colour again this weekend.
Yeah,
So,
just having a look. The yellow and yellow half and green half things on the side of the track, they're new.
I think it's, I don't know what they are for. Is it to signify braking or turning, or... they're not they could be the sector times, actually, saying intermediate 1, 2 and 3, but then again, I'm not sure. There was one I saw one at the exit into Campbell, into the Club Chicane, so I'm not sure what they're for.
Black and white flag I saw in the corner there.
Nothing's flashed up on race control messages. We'll keep an eye out. It's lap 11 of 16 here. For the QuickFit British Touring Car Championship. That's Rowbottom under pressure from Plato. So Plato's now going for everybody today. Good on Jason as well. But he hasn't got any hybrid power left for the remainder of this lap. Needed at Rowbottom. Now they get it back again. You get, 15 seconds of
15
hybrid,
seconds.
across each lap. But for some drivers as well, you get limited as to how many laps you can use it as well. Like success balance.
It says one person's in the pit lane.
Yeah, Butel, according to mine. Is that yours?
Let me scroll down.
And here's Bobby Thompson.
Butel.
Yeah. Bobby Thompson to the inside of Aidan Moffat. Thompson's making his return known, isn't he? He was always a fast racer. And it's nice to see him side by side and getting right back in to the mix. He was in the mini challenge last year, back in the touring car this year. And Megan might like him as well because he's sponsored by Yazoo, the milkshake company as well. And Megan, as you might have seen several times appear in the commentary box, always likes a chocolate Yazoo milkshake bringing in to the box.
Megan might not like me when I say this, but I don't like Yazoo. I think they're a bit too strong.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them either, to be fair. So she definitely doesn't like me as well. If I have a milkshake, I like to make it myself, and always.
As there is a small spider on my camera.
Oh, is that what we did see it actually? I think we saw it crawl across a couple of minutes ago. As once again, Cook ahead of Hill, so there's a timing error there on the inside as they come back through. A lot of dust kicked up there again from Hill as they swing into Campbell and Cobb into the braking zone. Again, Cook jumping all the curbs he can. Jelly's past Butel for 10th and 11th. So Butel, sorry, Butcher, sorry, Jack and Jelly and Butcher. They really need to extend the names to all of them so we can see them, because this 4 initial is not working as well as much as it is, because Butcher and Butel is too easily confused out there. So I'd like to read the names without having to look down at my timing screen as well. But still, Butcher now back past Jelly for 10th position, and there's Colin Turkington, who is 4th at the moment behind Sutton, as Robot have dropped back into 5th position. So Turkington's on the move up as well.
Yeah, coming down through Goodwood and Church and Village around there.
Big one from, Robotham. Kicked up the dirt as well. And, low moving Crow as well. Looks like you can park your car there, actually, Josh, at the infield there. So,
yeah, it's a car park. You can get to it if you go up. When you go under the tunnel, if you go up a bit, you can get to it.
When I get to Thruxton, you're going to have to tell me exactly where we need to go, and hopefully that'll be next season, because from what I'm hearing, Thruxton, the British Touring Car Championship, are going to try and limit their involvement with Formula One as well, with constantly being on the same weekend. So that's good news indeed. I think we're starting earlier as well in the year for the touring cars. So in mid-March, I'm being told as well. So it'll be a bit chilly, but eager to get going for Quit Fit, as Turkington now is right on the back of Sutton, trying to pull to the inside line, and the exit of Goodwood into Noble, and it's still too close to call as well at the moment. So much battling. This is now into Goodwood, round the Village, Church, fastest corner in Britain. As well, we've seen several cars back in 2014 fly off the road and head into the trees as well. Down there, and they've put a tile wall there now, so it doesn't happen, and there's a very strong, safer barrier. But that was twice actually in 2014 it happened. Once in race 1, and then again in race 3, and it delayed us for a long time with those red flags as well. But still, penultimate lap coming up. I think we're about to start lap 15 or 16. Yes, we are. So 2 to go. It's only taking us 18 minutes. As I said, it's a really fast race here. And we are on a slightly quick off as well, so we've got time for MotoGP. Get all that sorted out as well, as again Cook and Hill battling together. Reminder quickly, races 2 and 3 of the touring cars you can watch later on this evening. They will be delayed coverage, but they will be in full. The reason they are delayed is because of the Indy 500 and MotoGP. So we will be back to Thruxton later on, not live, but me and Josh won't have seen the races, and you can trust us on that, because when race 2's on, we'll be commentating on the Monaco Grand Prix, and when race 3 is on, it'll be the green flag for the Indy 500. So we will not see at all what is happening in the British touring car. So our commentary will be live as well, and it will be just as chaotic as you would expect us as well to be. Now, Cook and Hill are both using the hybrid power. Turkington might have to settle for 4th, because I don't think he's going to get a Sutton, and Shedden dropped down to 11th, Josh. Big one there then for Gordon.
Must have gone very wide at one corner onto the front straight now, past the pedestrian crossover point for when there's no track accident. Cook is out of hybrid.
Yeah, for the remainder of the session. So Cook's out of it, and Hill's got one more lap to use it. And that's 15 seconds around this track. That could be very important. Last lap, the call. Cook is out of hybrid power for the rest of the race. Hill has this last lap, lap 9, and he's going to use it all. It might not be done then for Jake Hill. Cook and Hill have both won races this year. Are they about to do the double? As Butcher and Gamble are now out of the attack energy as well. And Hill's pushing now, isn't he? But he hasn't yet pushed that button. I'm keeping my eye on that blue ticker to see if it goes off. Now we see Sutton and Turkington battling as well. Robotham and Plato just behind them. Plato's made a great one.
Just used a couple of seconds of hybrid. 5 seconds, I think.
Oh, and Shedden's into the pit lane with a puncture. Shedden is into the pit lane with a puncture, but I don't think it's going to matter as they approach the last couple of corners. Hill's using all of it, look. All 15 seconds to try and catch up to Josh Cook.
He's out.
Yeah, he's out of it. So that's it. Hill is done on power. And I don't think he's going to get the move done into the chicane, through club, onto the start. Yeah, too far back. Josh Cook wins round 7 of the Quid Fit British Touring Car Championship here at Thruxton. Jake Hill finishes 2nd. Ash Sutton is 3rd. Who is he? Cross the line. Sutton 3rd. Turkington 4th. Rowbottom 5th with the fast step of the race as well. Bonus point for him. Plato 6th. Morgan 7th. Lloyd 8th. Jenny 9th. Ash Hand gets his first point in 10th. Then it's Butcher 11th. Chilton dropped to 12th, but actually gained up 6 places. Same as Michael Crees, up 6. Well done, boys. Gamble is 14th. Moffat gets the last point in 15th. Collard 16th. Thompson, Taylor Smith, Osborne, and Dexter Patterson up 6 places as well. Great job from him in 20th position. 21st out of the race then, Gordon Shedden. Then it will be Rick Parfit. So Parfit takes 22nd. 23rd goes to Powell. Then it'll be Shedden 24th. Camish 25th. Hamilton 26th. Edwards 27th and out of the race. Same as Jack Butel 28th. And Ollie Jackson in 29th out of the race. But it's once, twice, 3 times a winner in 2021 for Josh Cook as well. What a race there, Josh. It's Josh who's won as well.
Yeah, three Joshes. Are we going to hear from Josh Cook in a minute?
Waiting. No, we're not. No. Well, we're going to have to go off air.
I write books that said, good morning from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I am so jealous right now.
Good morning, I Write Books. Welcome to 500 Day as well. Just for your information, I Write Books, we will be on here an hour before lights out, before the green flag for the Indy 500. So 1 hour before the green flag goes out, that's when we will be on here for the 106th running of the Indy 500. And the YouTube stream is now up, by the way, so you can go and set your reminders, I Write Books as well. And you can set your reminder and join us for the 500 as well. It's going to be a cracker of a race. I can't wait as well. So, my thanks to JoshPlayz, who's going to have a very long day,
Also,
same as me.
Josh,
Go on, Josh.
Did you know that you can set reminders automatically by subscribing and turning the notification bell on?
See, that's why I need a co-commentator to remind me for the plugs. Thank you, Josh. We'll see you later on then for Formula One's Monaco Grand Prix as well. So that's it then for Thruxton. We'll be back for race 2 and race 3 later on tonight. Both of them will be in delayed coverage. So basically, we'll re-show the whole race. It will be live commentary from me and Josh because we won't have seen the race. We'll have the driver tracker and the timings on as well. It'll look like we're live, but it's actually delayed watch-along coverage. So if you're able to, record race 2 and 3 and join us later on tonight for all of the commentary as well. Right, we're going to go off air because MotoGP is starting soon. Thanks for your company. We'll see you later. Bye for now.